I wanted to ask you, John, when you were a child, did you talked about this as the canal or the navigation? What did you refer to it as?
Canal.
It was just the canal, right?
No.
And so did you have understanding of why it had been built or what it was there for?
Yeah, it was just for navigating down as far as Deeping where it's level. So I was always told that and seemed a good answer. It's just to get, because there's a 10-foot drop between there. I think if you look at that they had that post with the marks on, between there and Bainton Road is about a 10-foot drop or something, or 10 metres or something. It's a hell of a drop. If you tried, we used to always have boats on here. Over the years I've had a punt and a canoe and things, but you're always getting out and lifting it over the shallow bits.
Yes.
Down here.
Yes, because you've got sort of, I think it's probably further down, isn't it?
There's always shallow bits
rapids
down,
or whatever. Well, between Stamford and Market Deeping, there's a drop of 49 feet.
As much as that is.
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's why there were 12 locks
sure.
over them. Father wouldn't have had any memories or, because he came
He only came here in 1930. He wouldn't have much better memory than mine of anything happening on it.
No, it would have had to have been a previous generation that remembered it working.
All I know is it was a damn nuisance, if you want to know the truth.
Well, particularly this bit.
Well, you've got this long strip of grass, which amounts to, it's down as 20 acres, that is, between the canal and the river. And that's a lot of land.
Yes.
And, you try fencing it.
Yes.
You had to fence it this side, stop them getting onto the arable fields. You had to fence it that side, so really we had miles of fencing, and it was a.
You did use it though, with grazing the cows.
We did, but before they widened the river, it was sufficiently deep for cattle not to cross it, except in a few shallow places. You could just fence the shallow bits, and but once they widened it by about 5 yards, the whole wretched river was not more than a paddling pool. The whole way down, because they literally made it 5 yards wider or 6 yards wide. It used to look like, as my earlier account, like it does the top side of Stamford.
Yes.
Just a nice little route with straight banks and. Just one last thing of interest, might be of interest, is just literally. I haven't got this old map to draw. Literally about there, about 20 yards from the canal, was a beautiful well. It never had water in my time, but it always had there was always a bit of a great bush or a tree or two growing around the top of it to avoid people when they're cultivating the field dropping into it. But I think it must have been water to supply it. Why else would you put a beautiful brick well 20 yards in from that canal?
Not near any habitation or anything?
No, just my guess it was to service the canal. Anybody, boat, anyone wanted some water. Unless it was to service the field. It might have been to service the field, but it was just literally about 20 yards into the field, perhaps 40 yards.
If they were taking horses along the towpath, where would they take them for shoeing or whatever? Was there a blacksmith's in Uffington?
A blacksmith that look at his shed, it had been there for some time. Right up until when? 70s, somewhere there. The old blacksmith died and that's how he went.